A Disney cast member's top priority is the comfort and safety of our guests. For this reason, all Disney World employees must follow these rules. Failure to do so will result in disciplinary action. Ask to examine the photos our guests have taken. Be friendly. Check for abnormalities. If any are found, call for security. Guests may be distracted with free merchandise. Every 7th photograph taken on the dinosaur attraction must be deleted. If questioned, explain that it was a technical error and offer fast passes. The rumors of sharks and crocodiles in the lagoon are false. However, there is no swimming outside of designated swimming pools on Disney property. Dead alligators are common around the lagoon. Simply evacuate the area, call security, then take note of how much has been eaten. There is only one Mickey out at once. If you find a second Mickey having an autograph session, check for eye holes. All Disney costumes have eye holes. If you don't find eye holes, allow the session to continue, but disallow photos. Call security immediately after the session concludes. If you spot a second Mickey off to the side, lure him into the tunnels. That's what the ducks are there for. Leave immediately afterwards, and do not look back. The Disney World Security Unit does not wear specially marked clothing. If you see someone wearing a shirt that says Disney Security, shut down that section of the park immediately. Following these rules will help ensure a safe and pleasurable trip to the happiest place on Earth. So stay knowledgeable, and stay safe. Rosie fidgeted with the zipper on her flowery backpack as she waited for the bus to arrive and take her to school. Behind her, Mom and Dad were just as nervous, but willed themselves not to show it. They wanted Rosie's first day to be an exciting new experience, not filled with anxiety. They could have just taken her themselves as they didn't live far from school, but they wanted their sweet daughter to make friends and meet new people. The bright yellow bus stopped in front of their house before they could change their minds, though. The bus was surprisingly empty, and that only added to the family's nerves. After a big group hug and multiple kisses from Mom and Dad, Rosie entered the bus and picked a seat towards the front. The plump driver waved at Mom and Dad, hardly making eye contact. The door squeaked shut behind their treasured baby girl. Mom wiped away a small tear as she and her husband watched the bus disappear around the corner, far down the street. She's going to have a great day. Dad comforted Mom with a forehead kiss. I know, Mom agreed, not sounding as confident. I'm going to shower. She finished, heading inside. As Dad's footsteps entered their home, a loud honk startled him. His stomach emptied into his throat as he turned around to see a different bus, loaded with happy students, and idling at the foot of his driveway. The big door slid open. Good morning, Mr. Thomas, the elderly bus driver asked with a pleasant smile like that of a loving grandmother. Is Rosie ready for her first day? Dolls are creepy. That's a universally understood fact. There's just something off about them. They're made in our image, created to look as much like us as possible. But for some reason, there's something unnatural about that. There's an unspoken evil in creating something that resembles you. An unsettling quality you can't seem to zero in on. And people wonder why God abandoned us. When I got to class, I found a pen in my backpack that I'd never seen before. I must have accidentally taken it from someone at the library, I thought. Oh well, they probably wouldn't miss it. The professor still hadn't arrived, so I opened my notebook and doodled a caterpillar on a leaf. After I moved on to drawing a flower, I noticed something wiggling on the paper. The caterpillar was crawling around the leaf. I slammed my notebook shut. When I peeked, the caterpillar was making its way down the stem. I ripped out the piece of paper and crumpled it up, and threw it in the trash just before the professor walked in. "I don't know how it's doing that," I said to my roommate Alan. I sketched a butterfly, and it immediately began to flutter around the paper. "Whoa," he said. "What happens if you write words?" That hadn't occurred to me. I wrote the word water, and within seconds the entire sheet of paper melted into a puddle of water. It spread across the table and dripped onto the floor. "That's not what I expected," I said as I ran to get a towel. As I returned, I saw Alan get another sheet of paper and write "Fuego" in huge letters. With a roar, the paper was consumed by a burst of flame. "What are you doing?" I yelled as Alan started laughing. I grabbed my water bottle from my backpack and dumped its contents onto the table. The fire went out, leaving a huge scorch mark. "Hey, this is awesome," said Alan. He pulled up his shirt sleeve. "Can you do me a favor and write over my tattoo? It's Chinese for strength. Maybe it'll turn me into the Hulk." I rolled my eyes. "I don't think that's the best idea." "Okay, I'll do it then." Before I could move, he snatched up the pen and hastily traced over the tattoo on his shoulder. I frantically searched, but the pen was nowhere to be found. Staring at the large, snorting animal in front of me, I realized that his tattoo didn't mean strength. It meant pig.